Now that Satmar knows that you're running again, are they going to support you?
Who?
The Satmar community, are they going to support you now that they know that you're running?
I've always had great support in the Orthodox community, the Satmar, the Lubavitcher. I have great support with the various rabbis, so I believe that the endorsement is one thing, the vote is another.
Do you plan on campaigning in the Jewish community again?
Absolutely. That's one of my strongest vote areas.
So David Greenfield will be with you again?
I don't want to speak about who will be with me or won't be with me yet.
Is it a problem for David Greenfield to be with you since you're running on the Republican line?
I don't think it's a problem. Hi, how are you?
Ain't nothing been done for Calvin Cato. The people of Crown Heights would like to talk to you. I'm here to represent that. Mr. Hynes, you can't talk to me? Oh, you gonna walk away?
Thank you. Thank you.
Great day. I hope you don't get near black folks.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Good.
So why aren't you loyal to the children of God? I'm telling you that for 30 years, I saw Henna White lie, and everybody knows that I'm a credible guy. I served 3 mayors, man. I didn't run a shirt shop making shirts. I ran for 3 mayors, and I'm a credible guy, even according to people that don't like me, know me that I'm a credible. How could you work for a guy who intimidates and threatens survivors? How could you work for a guy who put 50 Afro-American in jail for 20 years for nothing? How could you do that? This man, if he doesn't go to jail, Charles Hynes, he's lucky. I think he should hire, where is he? He's a good lawyer.
Whatever will be, I will support him till the last minute, because you have to be loyal to people. In the other candidates appreciate somebody what's loyal.
So I noticed you were heckling in the back with about a group of 25 people.
It was probably 50 supporters from the entire city of New York, and Charles Hynes, he lost the election. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. He's done enough damage to our community, to the Yiddish community. He's hurt enough children. He's hurt enough advocates. He's hurt enough people. It's time for him to retire.
Why do you think he is really running?
He's probably running because he was forced by the Republican Party. They want to get some more votes. So, you know, this man has told, Joe Hynes has told his friends and people that he has nothing in life except to sit in the DA's office. So he's 78 years old, in poor condition, and he's just running for campaign. That's what he knows how to do. He knows how to be a political DA. But you know what? The next DA of Brooklyn, Ken Thompson, is not going to be a political DA. We don't want a political DA. We want a DA that prosecutes and is fair to all, Jewish, black, white, Latino. That's all we want. We've never asked for more, and we've never asked for less. We want our children to be treated as if they were Christian children or if they're Jewish children.
Do you think the way Hynes is handling himself, this is going to be a stain on his legacy?
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Charles Hynes in his early life has done some wonderful programming. It's sad that he was there too long. I think that in the future we have to make sure that DAs should also have a term limit. So that would be because somebody that's there 20 years is got to become a little bit corrupted.
And the strongest base I have is in Southern Brooklyn, and I expect to have an enormous turnout from Southern Brooklyn, and then a combination of having Republican and conservative voters, I think that'll carry us home.
Do you think it's still an uphill battle, considered, you know...
I'm a long shot. I'm an underdog, no question about that. I mean, Thompson has all of the Democratic establishment. A few Democratic friends that remain with me, and I want to identify them because I don't want to hurt their career. But no, we've looked at the numbers. The numbers show a path to victory. If I can retain between 40 and 50% of the folks who voted for me in the primary, and then get 85% of the Republican and conservative votes, that's the path to victory, and we'll win on November 5th. That will be the first time, as I mentioned, that's the first time a registered Democrat will win as a Republican candidate. Okay?
Will you plan another debate?
He's the one who ran away from me. I had the Brooklyn Bar Association debate. It was set 6 weeks before he canceled, less than 24 hours before. Now, I'm hopeful that the president of the Brooklyn Borough Association will offer us an opportunity to debate again, and I hope this time he'll have the courage to debate me.
If New York 1 organizes one, will you come to the debate?
Let's see what happens at the Brooklyn Borough Association. He doesn't debate me at the Brooklyn Borough Association, he's not going to get a debate anywhere.
Thank you.
Because he's got to stand in front of a group of 200 lawyers and tell them how he's qualified. And the fact is he has no qualification.
You were one of the hecklers?
Yes.
Okay, so what were you heckling about?
Well, let's put it this way. We have to make sure that the children will be safe, and it's never going to be if Hannah White sits in that office, and it's never going to be if Charles Hynes sits in that office. There will be money and money and money. That's all it's going to be. Children will never be safe. So we have to make sure that these people are out. O-U-T.
Do you think Hynes is getting the brunt of this because of Hannah White?
Well, let's put it this way. Hannah White was the liaison. I sat in her office, I cried to her what's happening with the children. She says, oh, give my number to everybody. And then 2 days later, the Satmara people call her up. You're crazy, you gave the number to our opposition. So she calls, she sends a message with somebody, Goldstein, don't ever give out my number, don't ever give out my number. These are all people who are afraid to fight for the rights. And for people like that, we lose, and we have to fight for our rights.
Now, do you think under Ken Thompson things will get better?
Oh, I don't know. We're going to give him a try, and we're going to have the spotlights with all the cameras and the televisions there, and we're going to watch him day by day. He might be a success, and maybe he won't be, because I know an office which was corrupted so many years is not going to turn around in one day. So he has to play the dice right, and he has to watch what he's doing. Now, I personally told him that if he goes with Satmar, he's going to lose, because he doesn't know what kind of hypocrites these people are and how many millions of dollars these people have. And they're going to pump in money into you somehow. Watch and see. I know them. I grew up with them. I'm fighting them. And I told him, if you're going to go to their sukkah, trust me, you're going to have a failure just like Charles Hynes. Unfortunately, he did go because he doesn't know who he's dealing with. But now they're
but you just said that you warned him, so obviously he's not listening to you. He doesn't feel that you're credible. He trusts Satmar, not you.
Fine, very good. So now he might, you know, have a flop, and then he'll say, oh, there was a guy, Rabbi Rosenberg, that told me not to deal with these people. Now I want to ask you a question. He won the primaries with a landslide. Why in the world did he have to now make up with Satmar? Why? There was no reason for this. Now, Satmar, both of them endorsed him. But where, why, what, when, where, why should he do that? He doesn't know the kind of people he's dealing with. These people are shrewd. They're old enough and they did enough damage. They had all the politicians in their pocket. And this, well, let's hope this is not going to happen with Thompson.
So why do you think, with all your advice, you're not being hired as a liaison to the DA's office?
Why I wasn't hired, or I'm not hired?
Why aren't you being hired? If you have such good advice, why aren't you being hired?
Well, let's put it this way. I was the one that told them. I was originally with Abe George, and I told him he should not run extra because they're going to split the cookie 30-30 and Charles Hynes is going to win. I told this to Abe George, and now all of a sudden, a month later, he says, you know, you're right. Now you're asking why I'm not a liaison? I am a free landscape man. I don't want to have any affiliation with anybody, because once you're a liaison, whatever your boss does, you have to agree with. I don't want to agree with anybody. I want to agree with the right mind, with the right people to save the children. I don't want to be hired by anybody.
At what point do you say, you know, the people of Brooklyn have spoken?
When I lose in a general election, but that ain't happening.
Mr. Hynes,
Do you feel like a Republican? And if so, how long have you felt that way?
What's that?
Do you feel like a Republican? And if so, how long have you felt that way?
I'm a Democrat. I'm a lifelong Democrat. Always will be a Democrat. And the Republican Party and the Conservative Party, they do that very well. That I was running as a registered Democrat.